Hey, I'm Melvin, and I'm a legend. I made my wife ride a unicycle to work. It all began a few months ago when some of the guys from the office started up a regular cards night after work on Fridays. It was mostly poker and the odd bet on this or that. Nothing too serious. Still, I knew my wife Jane wouldn't approve, so I just told her I had to work overtime on those days. Last Friday night, I was late home again. The minute I came in from the garage, I think Jane suspected something. My eyes were glazed over and I smelled like smoke, so I distracted her. I pulled her in for a hug and asked her if she loved me. That always worked. Of course, Mal, she reassured me. That's good, because I have a surprise for you. Taking her by the hand and leading her out to our carless garage. I'd sold the car a few weeks before to pay Tommy, a guy from work, what I owed him. I told Jane we needed to help the environment and had given her a bike instead. Thankfully, she believed me and hadn't asked any awkward questions about it. Anyway, Jane looked at the sheet covered hump against the wall and quietly asked, "Where's my bike?" "I got you something better," I said, grinning, as I whipped off the sheet, "a unicycle." "Are you kidding? What have you done with my bike? How am I supposed to get to work?" "This takes up less space, and you can keep it in the staff room, so you don't have to worry about anyone stealing it," I said. "Right. And where are the handlebars? How am I meant to ride it?" Jane asked, looking at me blankly. I explained it didn't need handles, so she could use her free hands to get other stuff done. Isn't that fantastic, baby? Without waiting for a reply, I continued. "It might take a little bit of practice, but you're so clever. I'm sure you'll learn how to ride it in no time." I gave her a kiss on the cheek, then went back inside, leaving her with it. Thank goodness it was Friday. She gave me the silent treatment for the rest of the night, but the next morning I watched her carry it out to the street. She held on to the front fence while she tried to mount the stupid thing. Jane was such a good sport. But then again, what choice did she have? By the end of the weekend, she had it mastered. The kids thought it was hilarious when she put on her helmet Monday morning and pedaled off down the sidewalk to work. She sat upright, held her head high as passing cars honked at her. The minute she was out of sight, I pulled out my phone and sent Lucky a message. She's on her way. I'd lost Jane's bicycle to him on Friday, but he promised to give it back if I could get Jane to ride past his house on his grandfather's old unicycle. I'd bet our dog that I could. Sure enough, within half an hour, Lucky had sent me a video. There was Jane riding on the sidewalk up to his house, looking straight ahead until he called out, "Smile, Jane." I watched her turn her head, and as her concentration broke, down she went, the unicycle slipping out from under her. Ouch. I almost felt guilty. But as quickly as she'd come off, she'd picked herself up, used his fence to remount, then continued proudly on her way. As I watched, I felt a rush of excitement. I'd done it.